Pawn Stars guest wanted $30,000 for a rock legend's outfit. He walked away with $350. In the bustling heart of Las Vegas, where neon lights never dim and stories are made on every corner, there exists a tiny slice of history that has captured the attention of millions: Pawn Stars. The hit reality television show, which airs on the History Channel, follows the daily operations of the world-famous gold and silver pawn shop in Las Vegas. At the center of this operation is Rick Harrison, along with his father Richard "Old Man" Harrison, and later joined by Corey Harrison, Rick's son, affectionately known as Big Hoss. Together, they've seen it all, from priceless historical artifacts to bizarre collectibles and everything in between. But even for a team that's used to evaluating rare and unusual items on a daily basis, one particular visit to the shop stands out not only for its dramatic negotiation, but also for what it reveals about value, perception, and the unpredictable nature of pawn shop deals. This story begins like many others on Pawn Stars. A guest walks through the doors of the shop carrying something he believes is worth a fortune. In this case, it was a full outfit once worn by a rock legend. The guest, clearly excited, presented the item to Rick Harrison behind the counter. He claimed the clothing had belonged to none other than a member of one of the most iconic rock bands in history. Think Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin, or maybe even Elvis Presley. The name wasn't immediately revealed on air, but the implication was clear. This was a piece of music history. The guest explained how he came into possession of the outfit. Perhaps he worked backstage at a concert decades ago, or maybe he inherited it from a relative who had close ties to the band. Either way, he was convinced it was authentic and valuable. As he laid the outfit across the counter, the camera zoomed in to capture every detail: faded patches, old stains, and signs of wear that could potentially prove its age and authenticity. Rick, ever the shrewd businessman, listened intently while keeping his poker face firmly intact. Then came the moment everyone watches Pawn Stars for: the asking price. The guest confidently stated, "I want $30,000 for it." That number hung in the air like a thundercloud. $30,000 for a set of clothes? To the average person, that might sound absurd. But in the world of celebrity memorabilia, especially when it comes to rock legends, such prices aren't unheard of. A pair of John Lennon's glasses sold for over $100,000. Elvis's gold-plated Rolls-Royce went for more than $1 million. So if the outfit was indeed genuine and traceable to a major figure in rock history, $30,000 might not have been unreasonable. However, Rick didn't flinch. Instead, he calmly replied, "Let me call my guy." That line has become synonymous with the show's formula: bring in an expert to verify authenticity before making any kind of offer. What followed was a classic example of how Pawn Stars balances entertainment with education. The episode cut away to an interview with a memorabilia expert, someone well-versed in rock history and vintage clothing. After examining the outfit under scrutiny, the expert shared some sobering news. First, the stains on the clothing were not necessarily evidence of use by a rock star. Many stage outfits were cleaned after performances, so visible sweat stains were actually uncommon. Second, the patches sewn onto the jacket were inconsistent with the era the guest was claiming. Third, the fabric and stitching didn't match what would have been used in the original production of the outfit. And perhaps most damning of all, the expert pointed out that the specific design of the jacket had been mass-produced for fans in the 1980s as part of a merchandising campaign, meaning it was not a unique stage-worn item at all. When the expert concluded that the outfit was not authentic, or at least couldn't be proven to be, the mood inside the pawn shop shifted. Rick returned to the counter and delivered the verdict. My guy says this isn't real. It looks like a reproduction. The guest, visibly stunned, argued back. You don't know that for sure. There's no way to prove it either way. But Rick remained firm. We can't pay you $30,000 based on your word alone. We need proof. Without that, I can't take the risk. Then came the moment that became the defining point of the entire deal. Rick offered the guest a choice. Walk away empty-handed or accept a small amount for the outfit as is, just for the materials or potential resale as a novelty item. After a long pause, the guest reluctantly agreed to take something rather than nothing. Rick slid a check across the counter. $350. Yes, from a bold $30,000 request, the final payout was just $350. 1. Overestimating value based on sentiment. Many people hold on to items they believe are valuable simply because of the sentimental connection they have to them. Whether it's a family heirloom, a gift from a famous acquaintance, or a souvenir from a concert, emotional attachment can cloud judgment. In this case, the guest may have truly believed the outfit was authentic due to how he acquired it, but belief doesn't equate to market value. 2. Lack of provenance. One of the most important aspects of selling high-value memorabilia is proving its origin. This includes documentation, photographs, letters, or any verifiable record linking the item directly to the celebrity in question. Without this paper trail or physical evidence, collectors and dealers are hesitant to pay top dollar. 3. Market saturation. As mentioned earlier, many rock bands, especially those from the 70s and 80s, released merchandise en masse. Fans could purchase jackets, shirts, posters, and even replica instruments. These items often mimic the real thing closely enough that without expert analysis, even longtime fans might struggle to tell the difference. 4. Negotiation strategy. On Pawn Stars, guests often come in with inflated expectations. It's part of the show's dynamic, seeing how far apart the two sides are and whether they can meet in the middle. Rick and the team are experts at managing expectations while protecting their investment. They're not trying to rip anyone off, they're simply running a business. If an item can't be authenticated, paying thousands for it would be a gamble. And in business, gambling without odds rarely pays off. Beyond the shock factor of going from $30,000 to $350, this story resonates because it touches on universal themes. Hope versus reality. The guest entered the shop full of hope, believing he held a treasure. When that hope was dashed, it mirrored the disappointment we've all felt when something we cherish turns out to be worthless to others. Expertise Matters. This segment with the memorabilia expert serves as a reminder that knowledge and verification are crucial in determining value. Not everything that looks valuable is valuable. The Vegas hustle culture Las Vegas thrives on dreams and big risks. This story embodies that spirit, someone chasing a big payday, only to fall short. It's both cautionary and compelling. Entertainment meets education. While Pawn Stars is undeniably entertaining, it also teaches viewers about history, economics, and critical thinking. By showing the process of authentication and negotiation, the show empowers viewers to be smarter consumers and sellers. If there's anything viewers can take away from this memorable Pawn Stars episode, it's this. 1. Know your item. Before bringing something in for appraisal, do your homework. Research the item thoroughly. Is it common or rare? Has anything similar sold recently? What kind of proof do you have? 2. Authentication is key. Without documentation or a credible chain of ownership, even the most convincing item can be dismissed. Always keep records, photos or letters that support your claims. 3. Set realistic expectations. While it's fun to dream big, setting realistic expectations will save you from disappointment. Understand the current market and be prepared for tough questions. 4. Respect the business side. Dealers like Rick Harrison aren't trying to cheat people. They're running a business and must protect themselves from fraud or bad investments. Negotiation is part of the process, not personal attack. 5. Even a small payout can be worth it. Sometimes walking away with a modest sum is better than walking away with nothing. Pride can cost you money. Knowing when to compromise is a valuable skill. The Pawn Stars episode featuring the Rock Legends outfit that fetched only $350 remains one of the show's most talked about moments. It's a perfect blend of drama, education, and real-life economics, wrapped up in a 5-minute segment. For fans of the show, it's a classic example of how quickly things can shift from excitement to heartbreak, and how crucial it is to understand the true value of what you own. And for anyone considering bringing in a prized possession for appraisal, it serves as a powerful reminder. Just because you love it doesn't mean the world will. But then again, sometimes, just sometimes,